give them a big shout out. Go to SodenBowl.com and check them out and check them out on YouTube. I know that's probably the best Madden players around, so go out there and definitely plug them.
And welcome, Soden Bowl, season number 97. We've got a good one here. We have the 1-0 Tennessee Titans, coached by Call Me Timbo, a.k.a. Timbo. He will take on the 1-0 Buffalo Bills, led by King Pony 85, somebody that's come on late for Soden Bowl later in season number 96. So looking at these two teams, they are still waiting to connect via the controller connect screen. So while we wait for them to go ahead and connect, I'm going to bring up some statistics here for you. I'm going to go ahead and move this in so you guys can see it, so you can follow along with me. All right, here we go. All right, so looking through some of these statistics here, week number 1, the Tennessee Titans did a fantastic job against the Los Angeles Rams. They took down the Rams 20-17. Marcus Mariota, 19 of 25, 280 yards and a touchdown. Big performance by him. And then we have the rookie, Tatum. Tatum with 7 grabs, 112 yards, and a touchdown. So watch for Tatum to have a big game for the Tennessee Titans. And then, of course, Derrick Henry, that ground and pound running attack. And Marcus Mariota coming, out of that quarterback position, 6 carries, 22 yards. Good job by that Tennessee Titans team. We're going to go ahead and move back here. We'll check out these Buffalo Bills. As you can see, both teams are 1-0. And here you have it. Buffalo takes down the Pittsburgh Steelers 20-13 in week number 1. Allen with 159 yards passing, a touchdown, and an interception. Interceptions can be a bit of a problem for Josh Allen and King Pony, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Superstar X-Factor halfback traded to the Buffalo Bills last season, Ezekiel Elliott. This is the type of player that can just take this game and really dominate it. Elliott with 16 carries, only 66 yards. He faced a pretty good Steelers defense. And then we have Croft. Croft is a 3 or 4 year receiver. 2 catches, 61 yards, the top receiver there for the Buffalo Bills. So these two teams are pretty evenly matched. Looking at this, let's see what their ranked offense and defense here. So those stats, I believe, are not out yet. Let's go back to the profile. Yeah, we'll have to wait to the end of the week for those guys to pop on. But our league leaders so far through week 1, or week 2, it's partially through week 2. As you can see, we have Watson leading the league in passing with 724 yards. Kyler Murray, 573 through 2 games. Darnold with New Orleans off to another hot start. And the rookie Goldman with Jacksonville, the 3rd pick in this year's draft, 465 yards passing, having a good season. Receiving leaders, Will Fuller, 248 yards receiving, having a good season there. And then DeAndre Hopkins with 235, so pretty even. Going down through the rushing leaders, Le'Veon Bell, 309. Todd Gurley II with the Chicago Bears. The Bears last night on SBN, they almost pulled off an upset versus the NFC champion Green Bay Packers, the defending NFC champion Green Bay Packers. Gurley with 237 yards on the ground so far. Sony Michel, 234 there with New England. Five-star hustler is hustling it there with Sony Michel, having a good season. Breida off to another fast start for Swing on D's San Francisco 49ers, just one game away from the Super Bowl for the wild card 49ers, so off to another great start there in San Francisco. Return of the Mac, Khalil Mack over on the sack side. He had 3 sacks last night, all in the second half versus the Green Bay Packers. He has 5 on the season, tied for first with Thomas and the 49ers, Von Miller, Alexander, Cam Jordan. Jordan set the sack record last season with 51 sacks, off to a fast start, 4 sacks this season. And then Sendejo with the Chicago Bears. 3 interceptions last night in one game. He is now tied for first with the interception lead there with virtually everybody in the league, it seems. A whole bunch of people tied at 3. And then look down here at the tackles. Kendricks with the Baltimore Ravens has 14 tackles, tied with Mathieu and the Dolphins with 14 tackles. Baker with the Dolphins with 13 tackles. So lots of tackles coming out of Miami. Then Green Bay and Indianapolis round out your tackles leaders there. We'll go back to the standings here so you guys can see the standings. The Buffalo Bills in first place, undefeated, 1-0. The New York Jets 0-1. That's a bit of a surprise. The Cincinnati Bengals 2-0, 12-game losing streak to end last season. And now he's off to a 2-0 start. And then we have Browns 1-0, off to a good start there. Houston Texans, King of Wakanda, our draft expert, he's 2-0. And the Tennessee Titans trying to keep pace with him. With a victory tonight versus the Buffalo Bills, they will do that, and they will be tied for first with the Houston Texans. The Los Angeles Superchargers, Mr. Witness, 1-0 and in first place. Moving down the list here, the Dallas Cowboys, King Booker. The King is back in first place at 2-0. And then Wyrock off to a great start, 2-0. Somebody that I would keep an eye on. Number 1 draft pick, 1-0. He had a disappointing season last year. Picked up an unintentional sim. Really kind of knocked him out of the playoffs. Look for him to bounce back this season. To me, this is the best division, I think, in Soden Bowl right now, is this NFC East. These guys are playing good football. They're really doing a good job building their teams. And then last night, we had the Green Bay Packers, the defending NFC champion. They are 1-1. They took on the Bears last night, and they edged them out 28-22. Bears had a chance to go down and win the game, but Mitchell Trubisky threw an interception over the middle as they were approaching the red zone. So big loss there for the Chicago Bears. The Atlanta Falcons, Coach Phil off to another great start in Atlanta. Doing a good job. And then Eat More Chickens, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. One of my favorites for this NFC is Eat More Chickens team. Extremely good stick skills. And then we had the reigning number 1 seed in the NFC, the New Orleans Saints, crowd pleaser 90s. New Orleans Saints and Cam Jordan with that 51 sack season. Sam Darnold having another good season with the New Orleans Saints. And then down into the NFC West, and this is really a slugfest down here. We have the Maddie's Arizona Cardinals off to a good start at 1-1. We have my Los Angeles Rams at 1-1, coming off a win in Indianapolis. And then Swing on D, San Francisco 49ers. He absolutely dismantled the Seattle Seahawks this week. Go to the scoreboard. You can see it there at the top. So we have Atlanta edging out Detroit in a close game. Cincinnati blows the doors off Miami. The Giants just edge out Arizona in a pretty close game there. Houston demolishes Baltimore. Dallas with a nice win versus the Saints. The Rams blow the doors off Indy. And then Philadelphia, same story in Oakland, and San Francisco with a 39-9 win. San Francisco not really known for their offense, but man, they really turned it on in the playoffs last year and right here through 2 weeks. And then we have Denver edging Pittsburgh 26-20, and then the New England Patriots 57-7 over Jacksonville. The Jaguars throwing 6 interceptions in that game. And then you have the game last night, or game of the week last night, the Packers 28 and the Bears 22. That was a fantastic game. And then we have the game tonight, our game of the week, the Buffalo Bills hosting the Tennessee Titans. These two guys are still trying to connect here. So I'm going to go ahead and check on the status of this game real quick. Let you guys look at the stats while I check this thing out. Yeah, these two guys are still trying to connect. There's no word from King Pony, so we're actually going to put this thing on hold here so I don't waste your guys' time. I will post it back in the chat when King Pony 85 gets back to us.